Hey guys, what's up? Hope everybody's having a good day out there today, and welcome back here to another edition of The Fishing Teacher. Today we're going to talk about some of the myths surrounding water temperature and fish as far as the fish behavior. We've done a little bit of stuff on water temperature before, but one of the things I wanted to dive into today, guys, is how a lot of what you read about and hear about water temperature as far as what it does to fish, it simply does not hold true all the time. There's other factors that play a part, and I want to talk a little bit about those factors today. Now, one of the things I want to talk about here is, like, I'll use the example of the tournament I just fished today up at Lake of the Ozarks, and how water temperatures don't really correlate to bass behavior like we think so. Now, let me give you guys an example. 2 days ago, when I found some pretty good fish in this one area I was fishing a chatterbait. And the water visibility was probably about, a foot and a half or so, perfect color for chatterbait. And the water temperature was 45 degrees. Now, most people think when the water temperature is 45 degrees, that's pretty cold, because there's very few places in the country that maintain water temperatures of 45 degrees in this part of March that we're in, the third week of March, with the exception of up north a little bit. So one of the things that shocked me yesterday, now you got to remember it's 45 degree water temperature, and I saw this brush pile in about 3 foot of water, and I threw that chatterbait past that brush pile, and I was trying to pull the chatterbait over the top of the brush pile so it wouldn't get hung up in it. The top of the brush was like, say, an inch underneath the water. So I reeled it real fast to get it up over that brush pile, and all of a sudden, about a 2.5 pound bass just charges out from underneath this boat dock that was close to it and tries to eat that chatterbait. I mean, it came out like a lightning bolt. Now, I got thinking about that. It's like, I cannot believe that a bass moves that fast in 45 degree water. I mean, I have no doubt if I'd have thrown a buzzbait in there, that fish would have hit a buzzbait in 45 degree water. And it's been, and I'm still learning this myself, but one of the things that I've always thought is, like, fish do not chase that fast and move that fast in 45 degree water temperature, but obviously they do. I think a lot of what we know about fish and water temperature is not true. I think there's other factors that play into role there. So let's talk about the other factors. Okay, we're talking about the water temperature now is cold, 45 degrees, but we're also talking about it's almost April. And biologically, as far as the cycles and the biological rhythms of fish, they know when it gets close to April that, it's time to spawn, and they're wanting to move, and they're wanting to get up shallow, and they're wanting to feed. So it's like even though they're cold-blooded, there's something about their metabolism that allows them to chase and move fast in water temperatures that we normally thought the fish were dormant in. Because I always thought for years, like when the water temperature was in the low to mid 40s, the bass just didn't move very fast, and they hunker down on the bottom and they didn't chase stuff. And I just don't think that's true. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, when you're talking about water temperatures like in the summertime, let's go to the other end of the spectrum. Say you get you're in the southern part of the country, you're in my part of the country. Sometimes the water temperature will get like 90 degrees, super, super warm that time of year. And you would think, okay, that a fish being cold-blooded, that the warmer the water, the more active their metabolism is going to be. I found that to be not true also. One of the best ways that, that I catch fish in super, super hot weather when I can't get anything else is pitching and flipping like a creature bait or a plastic worm on a light weight. I'll put like an 1/8 ounce sinker, and I'll pitch it and flip it around stumps and docks. The thing's barely moving, slow fall. And I catch a lot of fish in 90 degree weather, with, a slow falling bait. And I may try a faster bait, like a spinner bait or a chatterbait or a buzzer, and never get a bite. So the point of the matter is like, you can use water temperatures as a general foundation, but you have to realize that ultimately you have to let the fish tell you what they want. I'll leave you guys with one more quick story. I remember we fished a tournament down at Beaver Lake one time. It was a FLW tournament. I was in the top 10. I finished 3rd or 4th in the tournament, and the guy named Brian Thrift won this tournament on a jerkbait. The water temperature was the same way. It was like 45 degrees. I was fishing the jerkbait too, but I was fishing it really slow in that colder water. And he won the tournament saying that he had to fish the jerkbait really fast in 45 degree water to get him to hit it. So lesson to be learned there, guys, is just experiment up with your speed of retrieves. Don't let the water temperature dictate, you know, what your perception of the bass's metabolism is. Just do a little experimentation, and I think it'll help out. So anyway, guys, just wanted to pass that along. We'll talk later. See you.